Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have a new set to show you from the Print and Pray shop. This is actually a full-on devotional, and it was written by Justina Nadolson. I hope I'm saying that right. And all of the graphics for this particular set were done by the wonderful Kelly Bangs. So what you get in this set. So first of all, you have the devotional. It is called Peace Over Anxiety, which feels like the perfect a title for a devotional right now. And what you have are the pages that you can cut and use, like paste into a traveler's notebook. You can put it together as a traveler's notebook. It has 6 different lessons. She calls them units, and you can see they're all in different colors and have different tabs and some different activities that go with each unit. And I'm super excited. I'm actually not going to do this in a traveler's notebook style. I know many of you probably picked up faith planners or are trying something new with a faith planner for 2022, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'll be showing you how I do that. So you have the devotional. You also have verses, and you have verses on these cards for each of the different units, which I think are so adorable and helpful to just have so that you can have them out on your desk as reminders, kind of pasted into whatever you're working with. You could, cut it out and just put it in your wallet, something like that. So you have the devotional cards or the verse cards, and then it wouldn't be a Kelly Bangs set unless you also had some gorgeous ephemera. So look at these beautiful florals. You have these sweet little birds as well, totally giving me spring vibes, which I am all about since everything is covered in snow outside. So like I'm ready for these colors to like take over the world. So you have those, you have some great words that you can use throughout. If you're documenting, you have some awesome tags, these circle punches, which are super cute, and then some gorgeous papers, as always. I think this one might be my favorite with that kind of lilac background. Super pretty rainbow, some spotty dots, pink and orange. Love this kind of mod look. And then some gorgeous teal and turquoise right there. So a ton of things to work with. This is obviously like something that you're going to be investing time in because you're going to be studying through this devotional. I am super excited. This just sounds like the perfect dive in for the year to kind of reset our hearts after a busy holiday season, after a crazy few years. And I think this is going to be really good. So I am going to show you how I plan to set this up and work through it. I will link everything that I end up using down below, including all of these goodies, which are available over at the Illustrated Faith Print and Pray shop. All right, let's go. My plan is to put this devotional into my faith planner. My faith planner is something that's in my hands every day. So for me, that's kind of setting me up for success so I can pull this out and study it and take notes and things like that. So keeping it all in one place really helps me with some of my Bible study goals. So I'm going to trim it out and very carefully separate all the pages. Probably the trickiest part was making sure that the pages stayed in order as I was separating them and kind of stacking them in one place, because I wanted to make sure I did not get them out of order, because I would have adhered them down in my happy planner the wrong order and it would have been chaos. So just trimming this out, again, 6 different units, and I'm not sure how much artwork I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit of decoration on the pages as I go through the study, but my goal is to take a lot of notes. I think it's a really timely devotional for where I am in my world these days and for what a lot of us have been going through. There's a lot of anxiety, and a lot of it is understandable, but there is always this peace that we have access to as Christians. And I think this devotional is really going to help be a reminder on how we can tap into that peace. All right, so once all of those are cut out, I'm going to pull out some very neutral filler paper from the Happy Planner. It just has some spotty dots on the edge and some grid, and I'm going to create a title page. So I'll use first this kind of cover page, and I'm going to attach the bio for the author on the back so that I have it all together, and then I'll create a tip-in, which means just that you can move this particular page. I'm going to use some of the digital paper here just to add a punch of color on the bottom of the page. I purposely chose really neutral background paper or filler paper so that I would be able to really highlight some of the bright colors that Kelly Bangs always has in her devotionals. I love it. It totally speaks to kind of my style with all of the bright colors. So getting all of that in place, just using some really bold black washi to hinge that on. And then I like this little piece that has the unit 1, unit 2. I figured I can kind of check them off as I go. It's kind of like a little table of contents. So I'll just add some florals around it to add a little bit of decor. And I just love these florals. I love that Kelly has been including the PNG files. So if you have a Cricut or a Silhouette, this saves you a ton of time to be able to cut these out with your machine. It is really, really great. You can see I'm going to trim off the stuff that hangs over the side, but I don't get rid of that because it already had adhesive, so I can reuse it and fill in a little bit more floral edging. Generally, when I am beginning a study, I will do kind of a beginning prayer, asking God to set my heart, open my heart, and have it be open to what He would have me learn during that study. So I'm going to make a little space for that over here. And actually, I've really been into this little dash line kind of stitching pattern, and you'll see it come in the rest of the devotional as a place to take notes. So getting that all set, and my title page is pretty much done. So now this part goes super fast. I'm just adhering the Traveler's Notebook or the devotional pages to the filler paper for my Happy Planner. I'm putting them on the inside just because I feel like it'll be easier for me to take notes on the outside edges. So I'm only putting one paper per side of the page. I'll speed this up a lot for you guys. And it just is going to give me a ton of room to take notes, do artwork, anything kind of in the margins. It kind of mirrors your typical Bible journaling in that way because you're working in the margins. And this gives me an opportunity to do what I feel called to do. So if it is just writing down notes, jotting down prayers, I can do that. If I feel moved to do artwork and use the printables, then I will have plenty of room for that. It just gives me a lot of open space that I can do what I like, but also these just look pretty on their own. So as they're sitting in my faith planner, they're not distracting me. They're pretty. Things that are pretty will attract my attention, and that's kind of just how it is. So that's why I like doing all the decoration in my faith planner, because it brings me a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness as I'm sitting down, and then I can really just calm myself and get into the word. You can see I wasn't concentrating, put it on the wrong side. You have to be really careful when you're adhering a bunch of different pages like this, but I got it all worked out. It all fit in. I had to change my tape runner at the last second, and now it's all in place. Now I have a back page. I do also like to do a prayer at the end of a devotional just so I can mark that and thank God for the things He had to teach me throughout the devotional. So for this back page, I'm kind of mirroring the same thing I did on the title page, which is the torn paper in the rainbow feel. So now it feels like a whole separate devotional. You could easily do something like this and just put it on its own set of rings. You could have your own just kind of happy notes planner that just holds the different devotionals throughout the year. That's why I love that Illustrated Faith offers all of their devotionals digitally as well. So especially if you're overseas and the shipping cost is a lot, you can buy the things digitally, and you can make this work for you, and you'll have a beautiful set of all of the different devotionals that you work through at the end of the year. All right, I'm adding just a little bit of character to each page with that same black and white washi. Repeating elements is really important so that it all comes together. So I'm tearing the washi in half because it is pretty thick washi. So just tearing it in half so that it has that torn look that I love, and then is a little bit less in your face. So a little bit of washi on all of the pages. There are also tabs for each unit, and I will actually use my We Are Memory Keepers tab punch, which is a super necessary tool, I feel like, for Bible journaling. And I'll punch out these tabs and just add it to the top. I actually am not going to have it stick up, but I will have it at the beginning of each unit. And then off camera, I go through and draw in a bunch of grid rectangles, one on each page. That will kind of give me a basis for where all my notes will go. I decided I didn't need the tabs to stick up over these pages. I'm going to have this within my faith planner. I have a lot of other tabs going on there, so I thought it would be a little bit overwhelming, but you can use these if you are journaling in your Bible. You could mark the different pages you're journaling at the top. That way they're easy to find. All right, let me show you how the finished product turns out. All right, so I finished my pages. I took them off camera and I just added this little journaling spot. So not a lot of the artwork done yet, but let me show you how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to turn to the disciplines section in my faith planner, because that's where I do different Bible studies, different concentrations and things like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put these pages in. It's all about setting yourself up for success when you're starting a new devotional. And so for me, I know if it's in my faith planner, it's going to be with me. I'm going to have an opportunity to read it and to take notes and to focus on it. So I like that I can just have it right here ready to go. I have all of the rest of the little pieces cut out, all of the ephemera pieces, and I'm going to just put those in an envelope so I can pull out this envelope when I'm ready to add just a little bit of creativity here and there to work through this journal. There's a ton of cute stuff, a lot of stuff. So I'm going to just keep it all in here. I'll get these last few little pieces. And then when I'm ready to work, I can kind of dump this out on my desk, and then I can scoop it all back up when I'm done working on that particular page and put it all back in the envelope. So that goes in there. This can snap in. So now it's ready to go. So I have my full devotional in here. It is ready. I have the little intro. I will do an introduction prayer or a prayer to kind of set my heart before the devotional. And then I can take notes and decorate on each page, lots and lots of room for notes, and work through the entire devotional as I go through. And then here at the end, I have an extra page where I can do just a wrap-up prayer at the end of the devotional. So I like including things like this in my faith planner so I can work through them. You can certainly work through this devotional in any way that you think is going to work for you. That's the great thing about using these printables, is that you can cut it up and just make it work for you. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link supplies that I used down below so you can check those out in the description box if you are interested. I am super excited about this. This is, again, over at the Illustrated Faith Print and Pray Shop. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.